What's going on, everybody? Eddie Soundhead back once again with another episode of NASCAR Heat 2 Championship Mode. And before we start our race today, I just wanted to show you all the special paint scheme that we're going to be running today. It was suggested to me last season that we run special paint schemes when possible, but I never really got around to it, so I figured I'd do it this week for the Coke 600. Let's jump right into the race. And welcome to Charlotte, everybody, for the Coke 600 on Memorial Day. Obviously, we're a couple weeks early, but here we are. That's why we're running our special paint scheme, our patriotic colors that you've already seen at the beginning of this video. So hopefully we can keep the blue side facing us this race, because we didn't manage to do that last time at Kansas. We feel like we ran into just about everything, so obviously want to avoid doing that as I get down on the apron a little bit there. That's not a good way to do that. And yeah, so we're here at Charlotte, the Coke 600, longest race of the season, the only race of the season with 4 stages, so that is going to be honestly a little bit easier on strategy as I take the nose off Ryan Newman there. Sorry about that. But yeah, it might actually make things a little bit easier. It's just going to be a little bit longer race as I slide off of Austin Dillon. These guys are really roadblocking me already. I don't like being 3 wide, but I guess I'll try because I want to get by, and that's why I don't like being 3 wide right there. Case in point. And the caution's going to come out. Why not? All right, well, that was an early caution for us slapping the wall. Maybe not entirely necessary, but I guess a strict yellow is a strict yellow, so we'll take it for what it's worth. We'll re-rack the field up and restart here on the inside of Bubba Wallace as we head down into turn 1 here at Charlotte. And stage 1, well, I guess all the stages are only going to be about 12 laps, so fair enough. I think it's really going to be interesting to see how we stack up, because I'm having some decent ability being able to pass these guys with our sort of neutered setup that we have, but based on my early observations, it looked like we might be pretty even with most of the AI, so it's definitely going to be an interesting race for sure. So we dumped to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Here, got Suarez on the outside having a good run, top 5. I got a little tight there in the corner, had to chase it up. And on the inside of Suarez here, we are going to try and get by him. We will. We might even get to the outside of Blaney if we can make it work. Get a little bit of a run off the corner. Doesn't look like it. We'll fly back behind him. But we're already up into the top 5. It's 4 laps to go on the stage. I hit the wall for no good reason whatsoever, so nothing out of the ordinary there. Trying that high line to see if I can get around these guys, because they all pretty much stay glued to that low line. Ran a pretty fast lap that last lap, so it's going to be about just kind of getting around these guys on the outside, it looks like. But Blaney's going to fight back on my inside on corner exit. Let's try this again in turns 1 and 2. It's always kind of scary going through that tri-oval 2 wide. It makes me nervous because the AI, they like to just slide around, but we will clear Blaney out of turn 2 down the backstretch. We've got 3 cars to try and chase down in front of us here with a couple laps to go in the stage. Looks like it's Larson up there. I think that's Truex in the lead. Can't really see who's in front of Larson because his car is completely blocked out, but it is what it is. Get to that high side again, and the caution comes out a little bit early, so we'll finish 4th in the stage 1. Alrighty then. That was a little unexpected. Alright, so we are restarting. Looks like it was Jimmy Johnson that was in front of us. Got a couple of cars that stayed out on pit strategy. Carl Long, was that Todd Gilliland, Chris Buescher, so they're all trying to press their luck here, I guess. And the caution is out again for no good reason as far as I can tell. All right, well, that gets rid of those guys that tried to do some pit strategy. They all go to the back again, and it is Jimmy Johnson and I on the front row, except Johnson's going to get a great restart and clear me right off the bat. So fair enough, I guess. And a little bit of contact there, no big deal. And I'm just getting freight trained on the inside. This is looking like the Talladega race. And getting a draft off of trucks finally. Blaney's back to my inside. So not the greatest restart you've ever seen, but I guess it's not terrible. We've seen worse for sure. I don't think I'm totally clear of Blaney. I am now, but alrighty, here we got Truex barely getting by him. There you go. We'll get by him this time. Got Alex Bowman up here having a good run in third. Needs one of those. Ooh, I'm going to get off from save it. No! Okay, that's not good. Well, that'll be a caution comes out, and we're driving back. Why would we? Why? Why does the AI drive back onto the track? What was the point of that? All right, so I'm pretty sure we got more damage from the AI driving back onto the track than we did from the actual wreck, but nothing you can do about that, I guess. So we're gonna start from the back with Jimmy Johnson, apparently. So wouldn't be an Ed Soundhead race if I didn't have to come from the back at some point. Seems like it happens all the time. But we can do it. We've got plenty of time to do it, that's for sure. So let me try and get to the inside of Jimmy Johnson here, and I don't know how much the low line is going to help me, and that's a little bit too low, and there it is. I did a pretty good job of saving it. Right around, and really no caution, huh? Are you serious? Wow. Yep, all right. So much for a strict yellow, I guess. Well, we got some ground to make up now. Looks like they're starting to pit up here. Yes, they are. Well, we did just pit, so I mean, maybe we got something here to save us for. I don't know. This is gonna get real interesting here in a little bit, namely around the end of the stage, because I can see Carl Long up here, and all these back markers are. Looks like the entire middle of the pack, front to mid pack, is gonna pit. Maybe, I don't know. They all run that low line, so it's hard to tell who actually goes. And they're just gonna pile into it. Oh my God, Carl Long, could you be any more in the way if you tried? Go a little slower, please. And that did some pretty good damage to our front end. Thanks, Carl. Jeez. Thought he was gonna pit with the rest of them. He just friggin' slams right, and then he's gonna block me up high. What a bum! You're lucky I can't wreck you, Carl, because I just tried. Out of the way. Oh, great, and I sailed it in too deep, and I'm gonna hit the wall. Yep. Well, Jimmy got held up by them, so I guess we'll pass him back now. Was that Todd Gilliland probably leading his first laps ever, and I put it in the wall again for no good reason. Man, I'm driving like a champion as of late. What a beast I am. Greatest who ever lived, I've heard it said. Todd Gilliland's up here. He shouldn't be too hard to pass. In fact, it looks like he's going to pit. And he's running that stupid low line. And there he goes. So we'll inherit the lead back after spinning out in the dumbest way possible, and then no caution coming out. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have something for him still. I doubt it, though. We'll probably get screwed in another ridiculous fashion before it's over. Well, looks like we'll make it to the end of the stage in first place. So we'll get a stage win out of this deal, I guess. Not too bad for spinning out like a doofus and no caution coming out. All right, so we've managed to make this work out pretty well. Obviously, everybody else was about a lap down because we didn't have to pit, but they did. So we're in first, but everybody's back on the lead lap now because they all took the wave round or free pass or whatever. So yeah, so we'll see how our car does in clean air. I guess Jay McMurray's gonna try and overpower me on the outside. I have a feeling I'll be able to sail it down into turn 3 way past him. It's a little bit higher than I want to be, but we'll take the lead. So now's a good time to start kicking out some fast laps and see if we can hold on to this lead. And if we win this race after spinning out like that, this will be the greatest comeback of all time. Getting closer here, and there goes the caution once again. Well, they're going to make me do it again. Another late race restart. Larson's on the outside and Jimmy behind me. Jimmy's going to give me a little arrow push. Even though that's the wrong type of arrow push, he's going to give me an arrow bump, I guess you would say. I don't know. Arrow push is an entirely different thing. Arrow draft or whatever you want to call it. So Larson, he's... All right, I thought he was going to clear me on my outside for a second there, but we traced him back down and sent it in deep into turns 3 and 4, and I think that'll about do it. As long as there's no caution that comes out. And we've got 2 laps to go, so this might be my greatest comeback ever. After crashing, pitting, starting at the back, spinning, no caution coming out, and then making it all the way back to the lead, and then pitting while everybody else was a lap down, taking the lead back, and then just leading the rest of the race. So that's a pretty good comeback, if I do say so myself. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go, as the spotter says. And, that's a strange way to win a race in Charlotte, but I'll take it. I really will. I feel like an idiot after Kansas last week, so I wanted to improve it a little bit more. I did still crash, so I guess I didn't improve there, but what am I all right, well, now I feel like a real idiot because I all by myself just hit the wall for no reason. That's fantastic. All right, we'll take the win, though. That's cool. Win the Coke 600. Not bad. I did not think I would win this race today. But all right, fair enough. 105 speed rating, too. Didn't feel that fast. Didn't feel that fast at all. So let's look at this wreck that happened here. Trashed that beautiful paint scheme that I made. Yeah, I changed 3 colors. And then the AI just drives it right back into traffic. What an idiot. See if we can get a different angle on it here. So I ran into Alex Bowman, but then trying to save it, I just came down and pinballed into Martin Truex. And then the AI takes over and drives me straight back into traffic. And that might be something we want to change next game. And then this is me spinning out on my own like an idiot. Just got down on the apron and lost it. Did a pretty good job saving it up, though. Gathered it back up. All right, here's your finishing order. Me first. Looked like Jimmy Johnson second. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Quite a few guys trapped a lap down. Chris Buescher 31 laps down, so he had a bad day. Looks like Kez was like 33rd or 32nd. And your championship standings, myself first, Jimmy second, Joey third, Martin Truex Jr. fourth, and Kyle Busch fifth. Wow, Brad dropped pretty far down in points. That's what one bad race will do to you, and we'll collect our championship. Our championship? No, we'll collect our Coke 600 trophy. Excuse me, jumping the gun here. I wouldn't be surprised if we collect the championship, though. So we'll get out of the celebration, and we'll head back to the shop after a weird race. So there's another win and a weird comeback in the books. Pocono is up next. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at @Soundhead. And if you look in the description, we got a bunch of our social media accounts linked down there that you can follow at your leisure. And you'll see all of our videos for sure if you do that. So thank you, everybody, once again, and I will see you in the next one.